Batgirl, 41. Cecil Castellucci, writing with Carmine Di Giandomenico on the art. And this continues on. Babs got thrown out into the fire or out the window or whatever it was last issue.
Into the water.
Yeah, and she lands in the water. The terrible trio, or the two of them that are there anyway, because obviously Vulture's got the electric eye, the Borg guy off somewhere else.
Yeah.
But the two that are there are like, she's no way she could survive that. And even though Oracle's like doing readings and scans and there's like no life signs for X number of meters, she's like, yes, it's not conclusive though. She could still be out there, wisely assuming that maybe she survived.
But basically, she's playing it by the smart rules of we need a body.
Yeah, we need a body. So. Right. The issue, there are some Babs looking around. We see her in the water. We see her sort of getting almost drowning, getting picked up. Leslie Tompkins kind of grabs her and sends her to the hospital as a Jane Doe, and so on and so on. And we see her get up at the end, and obviously she goes on the run at the end when Oracle shows up to grab her. Most of the issue though is Oracle with the trio, try to plan for what they're doing next. The city of Burnside, or the suburb of Burnside, whatever it is, being in chaos, fires everywhere still. Jason's coming back from whatever event that Alejo's in Washington, and he's trying to look for Babs, which actually makes up a lot of the issue. He ends up running into Frankie and actually kind of teams up with Oracle, and I assume he's just kind of going along with it to betray her later on, because they're really playing this he cares about Babs angle, but he really hates Batgirl, which I'm sure is going to come to a delightful head when he finds out that she's one and the same.
It's only a matter of time, right?
Yeah. So that's the gist of the issue. How did you feel about it?
So I like the through line of Babs is that she created Oracle when she felt useless, and it gave her purpose again. And she's gonna be damned if she's gonna let Luthor twist her purpose. And I really like that and what Oracle means to Burnside, right? Because Oracle itself is basically saying like, round up all the people. I'm gonna basically be, I'm gonna not lead them, but the people that stay, right? She's gonna basically turn them into her people.
Her Borg.
Yeah, basically, and I like that in that because this is a reflection of Babs, right? Is like that's what she wanted to do in Burnside. That's why she went there to carve up her own area. And now this is that corrupted. And I really think that's a smart way to go about this year of the villain stuff, right? We don't have to see the big doom thing in the sky. This just feels like, even without the year of the villain, I feel the story could still go off.
Yeah, I feel like the Year of the Villain tie-in is just like, okay, I'll work it in, but honestly, it didn't really affect anything. Like,
no.
I mean, they're saying Oracle had an upgrade from Luthor, but honestly, it shouldn't need it.
It's honestly one of the best handled tie-ins in that regard. In that you can just forget it's there and nothing is any different.
Yeah, I do kind of love that Oracle turns on all of the... I mean, I don't know what some of the later ones are, factory robots, I guess, but the first ones are all like toys that she's turning on and using via, the internet.
Drones and, and all that type of stuff.
There's like bunnies, there's like light up green bunnies that she's using as foot soldiers. I kind of love it. I think, this is not the most like kind of prominent like superhero story I've ever read, right? I don't think we're going to look back in this story and go, this is a defining moment for Batgirl. But I think there's something to be said for just a really dependable, solid story that is fun to read as it's going.
It's enjoyable if forgettable.
Yeah, I think there's been nothing about this that's at any point made me go, oh, this is weird. It's not like Flash where I'm like, oh, why is this happening? Why is this happening? It's constantly putting Babs through her paces. We're getting, again, much like Flash, a bit of a No Man's Land-esque kind of vibe to the city right now, and like how dangerous it is, and so it's creating a mood and an atmosphere. And I didn't even mind the fact that I spent so much of this issue away from Babs, because a lot of it is the villains,
And there's great art anchoring that as well.
Yeah, I think there's some great stuff at the start with the blues of Oracle, the blues and greens of Oracle clashing with the orange of the flames. There's a nice contrast in the colours, which is good.
Yeah. Also, Jason's not long for this world now.
Sure.
I feel like this is a sacrifice.
He'll find out the truth and then go out a hero,
and then die to save her or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So, which I mean, for a character that I didn't care about, now that he's had this arc through here.
Yeah, I don't care about him enough that I want to see Babs forgive him and like actually toy with the idea of being a couple. But I care about him enough that I'll care that if he sort of redeems himself a little bit by death.
Yeah. But it'll be a good beat when it happens. It won't feel like out of nowhere. It'll feel earned and not just cheap.
Yeah, honestly, if I have any complaints about the art, it's just that there's that one point when Oracle is with Bard and she's kind of untied him because he's sort of like saying what he can do for her and that it will help her with Batgirl. And they look up on the screen, it's the Vulture's like eye projects this screen, and it's basically like a firefighter holding the Batgirl outfit. My only complaint is that I actually had to look at it again to actually see what they were talking about, because it didn't stick out to me that that's what he was like. It's there if you're looking for it, but it doesn't really stick out as, oh, hey, there's a guy holding the Batgirl outfit. I just saw firefighters.
Yeah, it's that whole the block green with just the black lines. There's nothing distinguishing about it. It feels like it was a choice made. I don't think anyone could draw it much better than that, like in terms of the artist style.
Oh, sure. No, it was just because he says, it looks like there's no body. I could go look for it. I was like, wait, what? And I looked back at it and went, oh, he's holding the outfit. That's why he's saying that.
Yeah.
But it didn't click immediately when I first glanced at it. But just because it is just those solid greens and there's no. I had to be bigger in frame, maybe bigger and more, because it's really down at the bottom of it. It's not like.
No, I get that.
It could have focused on it a bit more, but that's a minor thing. It's an absolute minor thing.
Did Leslie have a spare Batgirl costume lying around?
I wonder if she got it from the firefighters.
Feels weird that they just give that over.
I don't know. Maybe she does have a spare one going around. I don't know. I don't think Leslie brained her a Batgirl outfit so she can leave the hospital in a Batgirl outfit. It's one of my big problems.
It's not a big problem. It just felt weird given that we'd just seen it on not quite TV, but that they were in possession of this, the authorities, and she's just got it to give back to it. I don't know. It just felt a little weird.
Actually, let me go back to the start of this. I want to check something. But I'm just seeing if it's the exact same outfit, because I know she's had like a couple of different ones recently.
I think it is. It looks like the kind of grey one that she's been wearing.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, she must have got it from the firefighters then. That's my explanation for it.
Yeah, just seems a little weird, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah. So the book ends with her. She sneaks out of the hospital, and Oracle's kind of in pursuit. She's on her bike. So okay, I'm going to take back the city. So yeah, and so it's also worth mentioning that Oracle and the terrible trio have Frankie kidnapped now as well. That happens during the issue. They go hunting for her because she's the operator, as she keeps calling her. So
yes.
No, that's a solid film with the issue. I've been enjoying the art. Like I find like I think the arc is like greater as the sum of its parts, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like this issue on its own isn't anything spectacular, but I think it's a pretty solid next piece of this story.
I think when you read this in trade, it's going to be a nice 6-issue, quick read for a couple hours. You just sit down and yeah, I think it works. So, what are you giving it, Matt?
I'm going to give this one a 8.
Connor?
I'm going with a solid 7.
I'll split the difference and go 7.5.